National Stop Bullying Day, a time to encourage students, teachers, and parents to learn about bullying and prevent it. A CDC survey from 2021 revealed 15% of high school students reported being bullied at school the previous year. Dr. Holly McKenna with Dara Wellness joins us now to discuss. Dr. McKenna, good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks.
So I know people have long heard the term bullying, and most people believe or they think they know what bullying is, but help us better understand what bullying is, because it could be a range of issues and things, right?
Yeah, it really can. So bullying happens when there's some type of power dynamic between the person who's bullying and the person receiving the bullying behavior. And so that can be physical differences in children or grade differences, or even, when you're an adult at work, it can be that power differential in position. And basically the person who either has the power, perceives that they have the power, uses their power to make the other person not feel so great. It can be physical bullying, it can be emotional bullying, it can also be social bullying, and you see that a lot in the school setting where they kind of talk to other friends and exclude that person, make it very apparent that they're all going out without that person, and just really making them feel like itty bitty.
Isolating kids or
Yes.
keeping kids out of the group.
Yes.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because we normally see this in schools with kids and teenagers, children and teenagers, but you mentioned in a workplace setting.
Oh, 100%.
That's one I don't think many people at home would have expected you to say, but talk about that a little bit more if you can.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it myself when I was kind of working more for organizational medicine, but folks who have more power or have been at an
feel like they
organization
do.
longer,
Correct.
or can do similar behaviors. I mean, that's really why it's important to talk about stopping bullying and addressing bullying, because really when it comes down to it, hurt people.
Right.
And you see that a lot in kids. And so if a child starts out being a bully or engaging in bullying behavior is probably the better term for it, addressing what is causing that, what is making them feel like less than, or making them feel like they need to grab power in that type of way. It could be that they just emotionally don't know how to express how they're feeling, and that's the way that they've learned to do it. But addressing that at a younger age is going to help them from developing into an adult who is using the same strategy.
I was going to say, what should parents look out for? Because I know parents have so many worries and concerns when they send their babies out into the world. What should you look for in your child? What changes should you look for in your child to kind of know that something might be up, or bullying might be an issue? And you kind of hit on it already, but what conversation should you have with your child now to ensure they're not becoming a bully?
Right. So as far as being bullied, there's the obvious, or at least what sounds obvious, of having injuries they can't really explain and being kind of vague about what happened, having items of value to them that are suddenly missing. Like they really love that lunchbox and suddenly you can't find the lunchbox and they can't really explain where it went. Or coming home really hungry, maybe because someone isn't allowing them to eat their lunch. Or not sleeping well, kind of getting into the behaviors of isolating and not wanting to go to school. All those things are reasons to start investigating and asking the questions. And then as far as if bullying, to help prevent the bullying, it's been found that if a peer intervenes, whether it be an actual friend of the person engaging in the bullying behavior or someone passing by and says, dude, stop, about half of the incidents will stop. And so there's a lot of power in that. And we see that, I'm a mom, and we see that our kids listen to other kids more than they listen to us a lot of the time. And so giving children those skills of how to intervene and let them know that, listen, it might be really scary. Maybe sharing your own experiences. I mean, I think most adults can probably think back to a time, often in middle school, when you were, I was very pale in a southern state, so that was what I would get made fun of for. And honestly, more than the person bullying me, I remember my friends not saying anything.
And that made it worse.
And that made it worse. And pointing that out to your kids, talking about how you can stand up for your friends, and then how you can deal with the fallout. If suddenly you're feeling isolated because you did stand up for your friend, remembering you still have that friend you stood up for, and you have the people who are observing you, and honestly, they're going to remember that.
So kind of twofold, empowering your kids to know that they don't deserve to be bullied and they shouldn't be bullied, and also empowering your kids and yourself as well to stand up to stuff that you see is wrong, bullying or otherwise.
Yes, absolutely. It's really important to have the conversations before the incidents occur so your kids can feel equipped to deal with them when they do.
All right, Dr. Holly McKenna, we appreciate your time this morning.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we are celebrating National Hispanic Heritage Month.